starts right now.
San Antonio police investigating a shooting that's landed one man in the hospital this morning. We'll tell you what we know coming up next.
A small bit of hope in the fight against COVID-19. Health experts say we're nearing the end of an emergency phase of the pandemic. We'll tell you what that means straight ahead.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Oh my goodness, 33 to start the day. What is the rest of the weekend? What does the work week look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is 6 o'clock this Saturday, January 29th. So here's the thing. 33 degrees now. I've already seen some pictures on social media. The Northeast getting hit with snow. There was already 10 inches in Philadelphia.
Okay, so we'll take 33.
Yeah, 33
we'll take
is
that
fine.
bargain, but it's still pretty cold. I wore my fuzzy sweatpants under my dress into work this morning.
Way to go. That's awesome.
You know when you get in the car and you just like, I didn't turn the heater on before I got in the car, and yeah.
Well, hey guys, I got some good news because the only dim spot this weekend is going to be how cold it's going to be in the mornings, but it's going to be absolutely gorgeous during the day. In fact, we'll be looking at total sunshine and temperatures in the 60s. So a beautiful weekend for us. We deserve it. Get outside and enjoy it this weekend if you can. Outside right now, though, it is cold. In fact, it's below freezing in many places around South Central Texas. Around the metro area, we've got 25 in Bulverde, 31 JBSA Randolph, 28 in Helotes, technically just above freezing at the airport at 33 degrees, but it's 28 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 23 in Comfort, and 23 in Kerrville as well. So a cold, cold morning for us, but look at this. Gorgeous this weekend in the afternoons. We'll be at 64 today with plenty of sunshine. Starting off tomorrow, cold, yes, but above freezing, 34 degrees, and then close to 70 degrees for your Sunday. Absolutely gorgeous weekend, but guess what? In the week ahead, there is so much to talk about. Rain chances, some of the coldest weather we've seen all season, and even a small potential for some wintry precip. So we've got a look ahead coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, police working trying to piece together what exactly happened that led to a shooting on the east side. The victim now in the hospital in Converse.
Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live this morning. Jonathan, do we know the status of the victim right now?
Max and Sarah, we do know the victim is expected to be okay. He drove himself to an emergency room in Converse between Ridderman and Walsham Road near Loop 410. But reportedly, the shooting did not take place in Converse. Police are telling us this was the scene earlier. The shooting taking place at a house on the 100 block of Olive Street, just north of the Alamo Dome. The 27-year-old victim was shot in the leg. Police say they found shell casings in the middle of the street as well as obvious bullet holes on the home. It was fortunate that he was able to make it to a hospital. Now, Max, the victim was able to give police a description. Investigators are telling us they will continue to question him at the hospital, and this case remains under investigation. We'll update you as more information becomes available. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also new this morning, arson investigators on the scene of a house fire on the city's west side. So take a look. This is the home in the 100 block of Inez Avenue. Now, firefighters arrived just before 11:30 last night. They found the outside wall of the home in flames. They say the fire made its way to the attic and then inside the house. Firefighters luckily able to get control of those flames, stop it from spreading. No one inside at the time of the fire, no injuries reported. Damages, though, estimated at $30,000. Right now, investigators, they are working, trying to figure out how and why this all happened.
Well, an update to the search for Lena Khil. San Antonio police confirmed they received a tip in the case, leading investigators to Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg police say the tip came from a psychic who directed officers to an area near Cross Mountain Drive. Nothing was found during the search. Local advocacy group Eagles Flight also searched but did not find anything. Happening today, the Muslim community will hold a special prayer service in San Antonio for Lena.
Not just as a Muslim community, but also as a San Antonio community that, like, we have always come together for a lot of things in the past too.
The prayer service is happening at the Muslim Children's Education and Civic Center on Casa Bella. The service starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Now to the latest on the pandemic. The World Health Organization says, get this, we are nearing the end of the emergency phase of COVID. And here in the U.S., nationwide federal data, it is revealing that hospitalization rates, they're going down.
So just under 145,000 COVID-19 positive patients are currently in the U.S. hospitals. That's down from 160,000 patients reported last week. ABC's Christine Sloan has the story.
With new cases falling across the country, the U.S. is seemingly approaching a transition. The World Health Organization says we're nearing the end of the emergency phase in the pandemic. Health experts say the virus will remain, but that we have what we need to live with it.
The virus isn't going away. We may see future surges. But I think the restrictions, the mandates, a lot of those are going to really start easing. And what that means is when we see future surges, we're going to have to deploy the tools we have, vaccines, tests, et cetera, to get through them.
For now, those tools are the first line of defense as the U.S. continues to push back against the Omicron surge. More than 40 U.S. states and territories are reporting decreasing or plateauing new case averages. But 99% of U.S. counties are still reporting high transmission. Utah Senator Mitt Romney is one of the latest people to get sick. His office says he's asymptomatic and will isolate and work remotely. Meantime, many hospitals around the country continue to face overwhelming numbers of patients.
A shortage in staff, trying to get everything where we don't have beds. We're boarding in the ER, just trying to make everything fit. It's hectic.
And the CDC continues to stress the importance of a third shot. A new study finds they increase protection against hospitalization by about 15%, and for those with compromised immune systems, about 19%. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
Well, despite the optimism that we're entering the emergency phase, health experts say the Omicron variant is driving the daily death toll across the country. Those health experts saying the death toll is higher than during last year's wave of Delta. Now, deaths are likely to keep increasing for days, even weeks. Omicron estimated to account for nearly all of the cases circulating around the country. One health educator says Omicron will push the United States to more than 1 million deaths.
Now let's look at the pandemic here at home. Metro Health says COVID-19 hospitalizations are down. County health officials tell us at last check there are now 1,245 patients in the hospital. 282 of them are in the ICU and 127 are on ventilators. 15 people have died from COVID.
Well, vaccine and booster shots continue to be touted as a main way to fight COVID infection. So if you're still looking for somewhere to get vaccinated or tested, we have you covered. We have a full list of places where you can go to get either done, the test or the vaccine, right now on KSAT.com. And here's the thing. Here's a shortcut. If you pull out your phone and you scan the QR code on your screen with your camera, it'll take you right to our website to the list of the area testing and vaccination sites. Time now, 6:07, 33 degrees out.
Well, still ahead on GMSA, House Democrats have a plan to tackle climate change, but they'll have to go through the Senate first. We have those details.
All right. Plus, and if you're trying to get back to, get into the gym, we know a lot of people have those fitness resolutions. A lot of people already breaking them. Just ahead, David Sears giving us an inside look to pro tips at getting a cheap gym membership.
33 degrees outside. It is a cold start to this Saturday morning. Sarah Spivey says she has some good news, though, for what's happening the rest of the day. She'll let us know when we come back.
Good morning, welcome back. January, usually the season for health and fitness resolutions. Sometimes, though, it is tricky to figure out which gym is best, especially if you're on a budget.
Yeah, definitely can get expensive. Our David Sears has some ways on how to land a more affordable gym membership.
This season, you may be able to get extra perks on a membership simply by waiting until the end of the month. That's because some clubs require associates to meet monthly sales targets on memberships. This means prospective members are sometimes offered additional perks later in the month. While you're signing up, consider what's required to cancel your membership. Some gyms may require you to pay an early termination fee. Gym memberships can often be lengthy and complicated, so read the document carefully so you're not hit with expensive surprises later on.
Also consider paying as you go per visit or on a month-to-month basis. That way, you don't have to deal with a contract auto-renewing. And don't be afraid to negotiate. Shop around for gyms. And when you're ready, ask for a better rate or for a fee to be waived or maybe even a shorter contract. David Sears, KSAT 12 News.
Here's the thing. You could always go outside, go for a run. It's 33 now, Sarah Spivey,
Oh,
but
it's been
maybe
so
later.
cold later. Like if it's not over like 50.
Well, wait for it.
Yeah, I mean,
over 50.
Sarah, we'll be in the 50s by 10 this morning.
Boom.
So we do not need to worry about it being a cold weekend. In fact, it's going to be gorgeous this weekend. Just cold in the morning. So if you have early weekend morning plans, maybe going to the grocery store, just know that you'll need the jacket. But afternoons are going to be gorgeous. Outside right now, though, it is cold. It's 33 degrees, and we do have a wind chill in the 20s. So yeah, it's cold. But again, we're going to warm up here very quickly because it's going to be a sunny, gorgeous day. First, though, let's take a look at those morning temperatures. 25 in Bulverde, 30 Rio Medina, 32 in Castroville, 31 GBSA Randolph, 27 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 23 in Kerrville, and 24 in Bandera. So well below freezing in many places, and including most of the KSAT 12 viewing area. A wider view here, it's 29 in Uvalde, and 30 in Gonzales, 30 in Pleasanton. So a cold, cold morning out there for us. But watch what happens today. We could have some wispy cirrus clouds out there, but that's about it. Otherwise, we're going to have a good amount of sunshine, and high temperatures should climb into the mid-60s. 66 in New Braunfels, 66 in Gonzales, 66 Uvalde, low 60s in the Hill Country. Higher elevations just slightly cooler, 62 degrees in Kerrville and 68 in Del Rio. So nothing but sunshine. Cool, and there you go. 50 degrees at 10, so we'll be above the 50s at 10. 58 at noon, mostly sunny. It'll be nice the afternoon, 64 for the high. Sun's going to set at 6:10. If you have Saturday night plans, bring the jacket with you because it's going to get chilly. We'll already be in the 40s by 10 p.m. West-southwest winds today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, on the satellite and radar, it's quiet across the Central Plains, but they're dealing with a very big nor'easter across the Northeast and New England. In fact, snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches an hour, and out there, they're expecting anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snow in many places, as well as wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. Our next system is currently in the Pacific, and it is going to be a busy weather week for us. Firstly, we expect some rain on Monday from this upper level low, but let's take a look at it moving to the east. We'll have a nice day tomorrow with a high temperature close to 70. So again, a gorgeous day tomorrow. But then that low pressure system is going to bring some scattered showers to the area starting early Monday, as you can see on the futurecast, with the heavier of the rain possible along and east of 281. But we do have a decent chance for rain here in San Antonio. And as this complex moves off to the east, there actually could be a few flashes of lightning and rumbles of thunder. Again, along and east of 281, that's the best chance for rain. And then by lunch, though, skies will be clearing Monday, and it should be a nice day with a high temperature near 70 on Monday. So that's our first weather event. Again, most of the rainfall will fall along and east of 281. In some areas where you're seeing this purple here, there could be up to 2 inches of rain. And unfortunately for our majorly drought-stricken areas off to the west, that's where the least amount of rain is expected. But then after that rain moves through, we have a strong cold front. Take a look at this. Wednesday night, that front is going to move through. It's going to drop highs from the 70s into the 30s by Thursday and Friday. And then on top of that, I do want to talk about a couple of things. Thursday morning, there could be a light wintry mix. We're going to be looking at mornings in the 20s and afternoons in the 30s. We could be below freezing for up to 24 hours from Thursday to Friday. I say all of that to say, again, banner, this is not going to be as bad as last year's winter storm. Again, we're really only anticipating maybe some light wintry mix on Thursday morning and then being below freezing for up to 24 hours. Last year, we were below freezing for 107.5 hours.
Wow.
So
big difference.
No panic buying at HEB, please.
No.
Just continue to keep up to date with us. Again, the first thing to keep your eye on is the morning showers on Monday, and then that cold, cold air Thursday and Friday.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, no panic buying at HEB. I like that advice.
107.5 hours.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Oh, wow.
All right, time now, 6:17, 33 degrees out.
Well, we're going to tell you why some coffee lovers may be more interested in climate change than you think. That's later on GMSA.
Plus, high school hoops getting hot. We got the best highlights from around last night's matchups.
Take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 6, 8, 5, Fireball 8, Daily 4, 2, 2, 5, 6, Fireball 7.
Cash 5, 3, 8, 14, 24, 31. Mega Millions. I think someone in California win this one.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Here are the numbers: 3, 16, 25, 44, 55. Big number 13. Mega Player 3. Good luck. We'll be right back.
Someone in California won.
Dang, California. Good morning, welcome back. A lot of high school hoops to talk about, a lot of games last night. The season continues in district play. Let's get to some of those highlights. 3-0 Pleasant taking on 3-0 Lavernia. Home team trying to rally down by double digits. Devin footwork, beautiful opening. He had the reverse and then laid it off the glass. A 10-point game. The Eagles came to play. We saw that pump fake earlier, hit the 3, and then boom, beautiful pass inside. Pleasant fans liking what they see. 51-32 Eagles. And we saw that steal, dished it for that no look. Gorgeous. Lane Dowdy with the lay-in. Eagles grab a huge win, 74-45. Next game, District 27-5A, Sam Houston and Brack. Hurricanes down 10 in the fourth. Off the miss, Aaron Harden with the rebound and the putback, cutting into Brack's lead, but the Eagles end up pulling away. Zach DeSmith working under the basket, gets a shot to fall, drawing the and one. Brack wins 58-45. Both teams now tied 8-3 in the district. Same district, girls on the court last night as well over at the Alamo Convocation Center. Edison and Lanier first quarter, Golden Bears turning defense into offense. Amber Gomez with the steal, takes it on. Boom, that's a lay-in. That's at 6, and the folks answer right back. Muniz getting the floater to fall. She had the team's first 8 points. Boom. Edison rallies to win it 45-40. Look at that. Time now, 6:22, 33 degrees out.
Democrats are tackling climate change on Capitol Hill with the creation of a new task force. Details later in the newscast.
Welcome back. House Democrats are ramping up their efforts to fight climate change.
It comes in the form of a new climate-focused task force. One will focus on the impact of climate change on foreign policy. Another task force team is focusing on agriculture and how farmers can practice sustainable methods.
Now, even with these efforts, Democrats' climate agenda is dependent on President Biden's Build Back Better bill. It does contain $555 billion in climate and clean energy programs, but right now the legislation is stalled in the Senate.
Global warming could pose a threat to your morning cup of joe. According to a new study, climate change will make it much harder to grow Arabic coffee in the coming years. Researchers examined how coffee growing conditions will change by 2050. They found a warming planet will have a drastic effect on cultivation potential for coffee plants in current coffee producing regions by mid-century. The thing is, Arabic coffee is already a finicky crop, and global warming could make it even more tricky to flourish.
All right, time now, just about 6:27, 33 degrees out.
Well, instead of making breakfast, just stay in bed, watch GMSA, or go out for brunch later. In Texas Eats, we're showing you a popular spot that's serving up a menu that can hit the spot.
And we're going to tell you about a local high school student using her ranching skills to help other kids fight cancer. It is an amazing story. Very excited to tell you about it in just a bit. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. 6:30 this morning, January 29th. We are running through January, but it really does feel like it now.
Yes, like it's really cold outside, Sarah. Like I said earlier, I wore my fuzzy pants in this morning because I didn't want to do that whole waiting 5 minutes for the heater in the car.
Right. Yeah. The mornings the next couple of days will be chilly. Okay. This morning and tomorrow morning will be in the 30s. But the afternoons are going to be great. And some places are even in the 20s right now. Look at Kerrville, 23 degrees in Kerrville right now. 26 in Hondo, 29 in Uvalde. It's 30 in Pleasanton, 30 in Gonzales. And at the airport, 33 degrees, but I do think we could even dip to below freezing at the airport here in the next hour or so before we see the full sunrise. But yeah, a gorgeous, gorgeous start to the morning, just very cold. You'll see the sunrise here very shortly, and it's going to be nice this weekend. We're talking highs in the 60s. If you can stand the cold in the morning, the afternoon will reward you. And then next week is going to be really busy. We're going to have a rain chance early Monday, but then a strong cold front will arrive by the middle of the week. I'll tell you what that means for us as far as even some light wintry precip goes, as well as how cold we'll get from that strong cold front. We'll also talk about Monday's rain chance coming up in a bit. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, San Antonio police, they are searching for a suspect who allegedly shot a man inside his own vehicle.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live with more details. Now, Jonathan, we understand the shooting happened just a few hours ago, but what have you been able to learn?
That's right, Sarah. Well, we've learned that the victim is a 32-year-old man. He was taken to BAMC. We do know he is expected to be okay. But let's take a look at what that scene looked like earlier this morning. This was seen earlier this morning. San Antonio police responding to the 5000 block of North Alamo Street shortly after 3 o'clock. That's where the victim and a woman passenger were able to make it after being shot at. Police say the driver was able to call for help and says there were shots while parked on Carson Street northeast of downtown. They say the victim was talking to the woman when a black car pulled up and fired off several rounds at his truck. We're learning the truck has significant damage to the tailgate and obvious bullet holes. Right now, police are looking for that suspect again. The 32-year-old victim was taken to BAMC, where he is expected to be okay. This case remains under investigation. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. The city of San Antonio is shutting down a bar on the city's east side after a dozen reports of shootings in that area. The Twin Sisters Cantina at the corner of Hackberry and Drexel Street will be temporarily closed. That order is only good for 2 weeks. However, the city wants the business to be closed for at least a year.
There's 70 different types of shootings at that location in and around that area. It's been a major disaster, basically, for the citizens and neighboring community in that area as well. The last call really came about on Wednesday night or Thursday early morning. There was 3 more shootings and 3 more victims. So we had enough. It's one of those, we had to do something.
Another notice was placed on the door for a public hearing in front of that building. For the standards board, if it's determined it's a public nuisance, the building could be demolished at the owner's expense.
All right, so speeding tickets are now going next level. How about getting a traffic ticket texted to you? So it's a new program being tested by the Windcrest Police Department, and get this, they're the first department across the country to implement it. It is called the Trusted Drivers Program. The goal is to eliminate face-to-face interaction between officers and drivers for traffic violations. It might be too stressful or intimidating for some, as well as keep officers available for more serious crimes, more ways to investigate. Though the program is only running in Windcrest currently, and its success will depend on how many residents register. So far, the program has been running for about 2 weeks.
So far, we have not come in contact with any anybody that signed up for the program. Our patrol cars haven't come across anyone yet.
So Lieutenant Crum has high hopes for the program. He is asking people in Windcrest to participate. He says it'll save drivers time and it'll save all the people to contest the tickets. You can do it online.
Well, she won her own battle with cancer, and now Kendall County high school student is helping others do the same. Thanks to pigs. Patty Santos introduces us to a very determined 17-year-old cancer survivor.
I enjoy watching the pigs grow up and like when they're little, bonding with them.
The little hobby that started about 4 years ago has grown into an all-encompassing family affair for Maddie Barber.
I just like it, especially at shows where we see all of our friends that show and then the family we show with.
The livestock shows are for fun, to show off ag projects, learn leadership, and sometimes make a little money too. A few weeks ago during the Kendall County Junior Livestock Show, she placed second in her category. As part of the show, there's a fundraiser auction for the kids.
It's a premium sale, not a terminal sale. So the kids get to keep their animal because we have a show the next week.
An average premium sale brings in about $1,000 to $2,000. When it was her turn, Barber told the auctioneer her funds were going to be donated.
Right after he said all donations go to St. Jude, all the cards went up.
She was floored to see how her community was supporting a cause so close to her heart.
When the one person said $13,000, my jaw literally dropped.
Her community raised $30,500 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
St. Jude, they saved my life, so I owe them my life.
It started in the summer of 2017.
I had brain cancer. It was called medulloblastoma. It was about an avocado seed-sized tumor on my brainstem.
She spent 8 months at St. Jude's, and she's now cancer-free. But her pig showing days are just getting started. You can see her in the upcoming San Antonio, San Angelo, and Houston Junior Livestock shows. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
In your morning headlines, Houston police officially identifying the suspect accused of shooting 3 Houston officers before a standoff with police. So take a look. This is 31-year-old Roland Caballero. Police say they chased him. He opened fire shooting those 3 officers. Each officer shot 1 time. Their injuries all said to be non-life-threatening. Caballero is now facing 3 counts of attempted capital murder of an officer, also charged with aggravated robbery for an alleged carjacking, which may have prompted this entire chase.
Well, the bus driver in Pittsburgh who drove onto a collapsing bridge says he feels lucky to be alive. He says he had no idea his vehicle was literally on the broken part of the bridge. 2 passengers were on board at the time. Once he realized the bridge was falling, he says he hit the brakes. First responders rescued him and the other passengers. He says he wasn't even scheduled to be working that day. He was just picking up an extra shift to get overtime. It just so happened that President Joe Biden was scheduled to be in Pittsburgh yesterday to give a speech on infrastructure.
All right, now to the latest overseas. The U.S. military responding to Russia's military buildup in Ukraine. So take a look. You can see airmen from the 436th Aerial Port Squadron at Dover Air Force Base. They are loading pallets of ammunition, weapons, and other equipment, and it's all bound for Ukraine. The Defense Secretary, Lloyd Austin, putting 8,500 troops on alert. U.S. military forces could be deployed if needed to support NATO in Eastern Europe. Time now, 6:38, 34 degrees out.
Go Spurs, go.
All right, taking care of business last night, and we got to see DeMar DeRozan return here in the Alamo City. We have the highlights of the high-powered matchup. Wait for it. So close yet so far. One leg, got it.
There it is. All right. Well, also, if you're feeling like you want some brunch plans later, David Elder is going to take us to a popular spot for brunch.
All right. I was actually at that spot just yesterday.
Look at you.
I know.
Head of the game.
Man, the people,
oh my gosh,
look at that.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous start to the morning. Crisp, cool start as well. 34 now. What does the rest of the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Well, Saturday might be a good day to sleep in instead of breakfast. Get brunch later.
All right. Brunch, best meal of the day.
Is it?
100%.
If there's mimosas.
So this morning, David Elder taking us inside a popular bakery, checking out their special brunch menu.
Take a look at the preview of today's Texas Eats.
Those are one of my favorite ones for here.
Wow, the ranchero sauce on there. You can put that on anything, and it's going to be delicious.
Yeah, that's
it's a little bit smoky even. But the bread, I mean, you're making the bread here in-house.
Yeah, of course, yeah. The bread is well, that's what it's a bakery, and bakers are supposed to bake.
David's like, hey, David, listen up. We're a bakery. We make bread here, okay? No, but I mean, it's incredible. This right here it's all being done right here in-house.
Yes.
And it's just a knockout. This is crazy. If you want to get a breakfast bite unlike anything else in the Alamo City, you gotta try the Ranchero Eggs Benedict. It's a little bit smoky, it's a little bit sweet, but overall it's very savory and very filling. The sauce on there mixed with the eggs, the perfectly poached eggs, which is a killer point of this as well. That is the ideal bite that you want in the morning.
Yes.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Well, you can take it for breakfast or you can take it for brunch too.
And a little soup on the side. Absolutely incredible.
Looks
Anything
incredible.
they have there is just
so good. I was at their new location yesterday. Coffee, even perfect.
everything.
Yeah.
Now I'm really hungry, Sarah.
Can y'all just stop talking about food? Because I'm hungry too now. Hey, it is cold out there though this morning. We have got temperatures well below freezing in spots, especially up in the hill country, higher elevations, colder conditions up there. It's 27 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 24 in Bulverde, 25 in Comfort, 24 in Kerrville, 24 in Bandera, 31 at JBSA Randolph, and we're just above freezing at the airport. But again, I do think that we could get to freezing here before we see the sunrise. 26 in Hondo, 27 in Pleasanton. A wider view here, and you can see that even areas out to the west, like Uvalde, are below freezing, but it is above freezing in Del Rio at 36 degrees. We've been able to cool down overnight because of clear skies and calm winds. The heat from the day has escaped back out into space, and so we're about 12 to 15 degrees below what we were at yesterday. So a cold morning. But the cold morning is not indicative of the afternoon because we're going to have complete sunshine today and high temperatures will be very comfortable. We're talking about the mid 60s for highs, 64 in New Braunfels, 64 in San Antonio, closer to 60 degrees though up in those higher elevations in the hill country, 64 in Del Rio, 65 in Eagle Pass, and 66 in Cotulla. But because of the dry atmosphere in place, as I mentioned, we're going to cool down again quickly tonight. Temperatures will fall into the mid 30s by the start of your Sunday. So again, it's going to be a cold morning, but I do think we'll be above freezing early tomorrow morning. Today's forecast looks great. We'll already be in the 50s by 10, close to 60 degrees by noon, and then 64 for the high, as I mentioned. We'll have a bit of a wind from the west-southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And if you have Saturday night date plans, bring the jacket with you because it's going to get chilly. By 10, we'll be back in the 40s. All right, on the satellite radar, quiet across the central United States, but there is a big winter storm going on across New England and the Northeast. Blizzard conditions out there with 2 to 4 inches of snow falling per hour. So they could end up with up to about 2 to 3 feet of snow in spots with wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour as well from that nor'easter. Meanwhile, our next system is off in the Pacific right now. Now, while we're going to have a quiet weekend, the next week is going to be pretty busy, starting with this system moving in by Monday morning. So again, quiet tomorrow, 68 degrees, very nice. That system will not be near us by then. But then on Monday morning, we'll start to see some showers, especially along and east of 281. And this could make for a damp morning commute on Monday. And as the system moves to the east, there is the potential for some thunder east of San Antonio, but we really should just see shower activity in the Alamo City. So again, this is a look at Monday at 7 a.m. You can see that there could be some moderate to heavy rain within this system as well. But again, the better chance for rain is going to be east of San Antonio, where there's actually not much of a drought situation east of San Antonio. Those folks west of San Antonio have the chance for the least amount of rainfall, and those are the areas that unfortunately need it most. But again, the most amount of rain expected east in our coastal communities and around San Antonio, maybe in spots up to 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. So that's the first system that's going to bring us a chance for some much needed rain. The next system is going to arrive Wednesday, and this is going to be a very strong cold front. I mean, take a look at what happens to temperatures. Wednesday, we get up to about 75, and then that front moves through and temperatures fall by 40 degrees in many places. And in fact, it's going to be hard for us to get out of the 30s Thursday and Friday. So a couple of things to talk about with that system. We could have a morning light wintry mix on Thursday. All right. A little bit like this last event where we could have some sleet and perhaps even some freezing rain. It should stay light, but we'll be monitoring that carefully. And then we could be below freezing for up to 24 hours from Thursday into Friday. So that means those plants need to go inside. But one thing I do want to caution you about, this is not going to be like the February freeze of last year. So no need to panic buy at the HEB. We're only going to be potentially below freezing for up to 24 hours. That's a lot different than last year when we were below freezing for more than 4 days. So, Max and Sarah.
All right. You got to get your, what is it, fuzzy pants?
A fuzzy pants.
Got to get the fuzzy pants ready.
Fuzzy pants, fuzzy jackets, all the fuzzy stuff.
There you go. Time now, 6:49, 34 degrees out.
Go Spurs, go.
All right, DeMar DeRozan making his momentous return to the Alamo City. And here's the thing, I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. Spurs spoiling that return. Big win for the Silver and Black. Went over the full highlights in just a bit.
Take a look outside with Sky that looks like it's at 410 at McCullough.
A lot of people out there.
A lot of people out traveling. Doesn't look like there's any problem out there. Just everyone's getting an early start on this Saturday morning.
All right, take a quick look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 685, Fireball 8, Your daily 4, 2, 2, 5, 6, Fireball 7.
Cash 5, 3, 8, 14, 24, 31. Mega Millions. Big winner out in California. 421 million. 3, 16, 25, 44, 55. Mega Ball 13. Mega Plier 3.
Good morning, welcome back. And hey, happy Saturday. So former Spur and current Chicago Bull, current All-Star DeMar DeRozan sharing the love last night before the game. Spurs taking on the Bulls. Let's roll the highlights. So here we go. We saw the hugs, we saw the daps, and we see Keldon Johnson right there. Boom. Defense into offense. So we saw Keldon and look at that. Wait for it, wait for it. Come on, give me the, looking like Dirk Nowitzki out there. You gotta love it. So Spurs were actually down 3, just about ending the first half, and then bang, turn it down 5 because the man we know, DeMar DeRozan, he went off. And to finish the first half, let's see, can he do it? Oh, he finds the open pass underneath. Bulls up 5 at halftime. Let's go to the second half. All right, here we go. Third quarter, Spurs able to jump in front. Murray gets bumped, loses the ball. Poto scoops it up, gets it to Devin Vassell. That is 3. But in the process, Murray turns his ankle on the play. He heads to the locker room. Spurs trying to get the win. They don't miss a beat. Vassell finishing in the paint helps the Spurs end on a 15-4 run, a 7-point lead headed into the fourth quarter. Here we go. Fast forward to a minute left. Under 30 seconds. Will the Bulls come back? No, they won't, because DeJounte Murray putting the nail in the coffin and locking in the win here at home. Love the Fiesta colors. Spurs win huge, 131-122. Ooh, look at that. All daps and hugs. Must be love.
I feel like tonight was a night where we were just flowing. Everybody was contributing. We were making our shots. We were being aggressive on offense. We were trying to take advantage of our movement, of any mistake they were making on defense.
All right, so before even hitting the court in San Antonio last night, for the first time since being traded to the Bulls, DeMar found out he was an All-Star again. Fans voted him into the Eastern Conference starting lineup. It is his first All-Star appearance since 2018, his 5th overall. DeMar's career seeing the resurgence in Chicago, averaging 26.5 points a game. One of the main reasons why the Bulls are doing so well this season.
I mean, it's always an honor, especially when you get voted in by the fans. Just being a player that, the fans want to see is definitely an honor. I would never, ever take that for granted. And just being back in it is just an honor in itself. So, I'm happy. Having my teammates help me get here. I got to give so much credit to them. Without them, I wouldn't even have this chance to even be named the starter. So I got to give so much credit to my teammates and the coaching staff.
Nothing but love and respect. So the Spurs back at it Sunday, taking on the Phoenix Suns, the #1 team in the West. Game on the road in Phoenix. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. You want to give the obligatory?
Go Spurs, go.
There we go. 6:56, 34 degrees out.
Coming up on GMA, the historic winter storm hammering the East Coast. Millions of Americans facing heavy snow, wind, and whiteout conditions. High winds and high tides creating concerns of coastal flooding in some parts. Thousands of flights canceled nationwide. And Massachusetts under a state of emergency. Rob is on the ground in Boston with tips on staying safe while keeping warm as temperatures plummet. Plus, new warning. American generals sounding an alarm on Ukraine as Russia moves more than 100,000 troops to the Ukraine border, showing indications of preparing for combat. What President Biden is saying about moving U.S. troops into the region as the U.S. is now on alert to support neighboring countries. We are joined by former Defense and State Department official Steve Ganyard. And
Cold this morning and below freezing in many spots. It's even in the mid-20s up in the hill country and in Bulverde. But look how quickly we warm up. We'll already be in the 50s by 10. Afternoon, 64 degrees. Very nice this afternoon. Hey, we've got a couple things to think about. Morning showers on Monday, and then a front will arrive Wednesday. This one will be strong. We'll talk more about it coming up at 8.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Gunshots near downtown ends with one person in the hospital. What we've learned this morning about the shooting coming up in just a few moments. Plus,
33 degrees this morning. It's a very cold start to our Saturday morning, but Sarah Spivey says she has some good news for the rest of the day.
Good morning. 8 o'clock this Saturday, January 29th. So it is 33 degrees, but it was gorgeous out there. We saw a picturesque sunrise to start the weekend.
The sunrise was beautiful, and I don't know, Sarah, about this. Is it because the sky was super clear last night? It makes for a beautiful sunrise like that?
Well, anytime you got clear skies, you got a nice sunrise there. And because of the clear skies overnight, we were very cold this morning. In fact, our morning low was 29 in San Antonio. We're currently at freezing at 32 degrees, but with that sun up, temperatures are only going to go up from here. It's even colder up in Kerrville. It's 24 in the higher elevations of the Hill Country, 22 in Fredericksburg, freezing in Del Rio this morning, and 28 in Uvalde. So yes, it's cold out there right now, but as Sarah and Max just said, it's going to be a beautiful day today because of the sunshine. Noon at 58, so we're going to warm up very quickly here, and at 64 in the afternoon is going to be our high temperature. It's going to get cold though tonight. Once we see the sunset, temperatures will fall back into the 40s. But all in all, this weekend is going to be great. By the start of the morning tomorrow, we'll be in the 30s, so close to freezing early tomorrow morning. But once again, a beautiful day with a high temperature near 70. Now, it is going to be quiet this weekend, as you can see, but in the week ahead, there's actually a couple of events that we need to talk about. A chance for rain and a pretty strong cold front. All coming up in just a few minutes. Sarah and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, police are investigating a shooting that left a man injured. Officers found the man on North Alamo Street around 3 this morning, but they believe the actual shooting took place nearby on West Carson. This is the area near Broadway across from the Pearl. The victim told police he was talking with a woman inside his truck when a black vehicle pulled up next to them and fired several shots. They tried to drive away but didn't get very far before they called for help. Police are investigating this shooting and trying to determine who's responsible for it.
Other top stories we're following. It has been longer than a month and still no sign of missing 3-year-old Lena Khil. She disappeared on December 20th while at a playground at the Villas del Cabo apartments right off of Fredericksburg Road. So later today, the Muslim community will hold a special prayer service for Lena. It will be at the Muslim Children's Education and Civic Center on Casa Bella. Now, the service starts at 2 p.m. Yesterday, the search for Lena stretched out all the way to Fredericksburg, Texas. San Antonio police confirm a tip was received in the case, leading investigators all the way out to the Hill Country. Fredericksburg police say the tip actually came from a psychic who directed officers to an area near Cross Mountain Drive. Nothing was found during the search.
Well, turning now to the latest COVID-19 numbers in our community. Metro Health reporting that hospitalization numbers are down as of last night. There were over 1,200 patients in the hospital, 282 of them in our ICU, 127 are on ventilator. Now, officials did confirm that 15 more people have died from COVID-19.
And if you or anyone you know needs to either get a vaccine, a booster shot, or a flu shot, Metro Health is holding a pop-up clinic later this morning. It'll be at the YMCA Olga Madrid Center on Castroville Road. Starts at 10 a.m., goes till 3 p.m. All 3 vaccines are available for eligible children and adults. Kids 5 years and older can receive the Pfizer vaccine. Kids 12 years and older can receive the Pfizer booster shot. For Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines, you have to be at least 18 years old. And if you want to find out about all the other clinics, or if you want to get a COVID test done, take out the phone right now, pull up the camera app, scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you right to our website. We have a full list of all the area testing and vaccination sites. You can find the one nearest you.
Well, tax season is officially underway. The IRS is now accepting 2021 returns. But as David Sears explains, there are some new things you need to double check before you file.
Right now, the Internal Revenue Service is offering a special checklist of 5 things to remember when filing this year. First, file electronically and use direct deposit to avoid delays. The IRS is still working through some 2020 tax returns, and like employers across the country, it's dealing with a shortage of workers. But despite all that, the agency believes it'll be able to get refunds to taxpayers within 21 days when they file electronically. Next, make sure you have every document needed ahead of time before tackling your return. Those include the usual W-2s and 1099 forms, as well as any other income-related statements. And if you receive the child tax credit, be on the lookout for a letter from the IRS, simply called Letter 6419. The IRS has been sending it to people who received the payments. The document will give you the exact amount of credits you received for you to list on your return.
The IRS also recommends using its online resources before calling for assistance. The agency says demand for help through its phone lines remains at record highs. You can find the complete checklist of tax filing suggestions on irs.gov. David Sears, KSAT 12 News.
All right, time now, 8:05, 34 degrees out.
Well, it's Saturday. That means there's another episode of Texas Eats on right after GMSA. We'll give you a preview of today's episodes later in this half hour.
Plus, go Spurs, go silver and black. Here at home, I love the Fiesta uniforms and all the Fiesta colors. Big game last night, hosting the Bulls, one of the top teams in the East. And of course, our big friend, DeMar DeRozan, he returned back. Spoiler alert, Spurs won. We're going to have all the highlights of what you need to know. What comes next?
Not a bad spoiler alert there. 34 degrees, beautiful but chilly start to our Saturday morning. Sarah Spivey says, don't worry, it'll be another beautiful Saturday. Plus, coming up later in the show, Jonathan Cotto should be live at the Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday happening right now. If you're looking for an excuse to get out of the house this weekend, especially, 33 degrees, you want to stay inside, don't worry, a lot going on. The San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off, it is happening.
Yeah, there's nothing like eating food to keep you warm when it's
true.
cold outside. So the cook-off will be featuring some of the world's best and most competitive barbecue teams. Jonathan Cotto is live this morning. What's cooking, Jonathan? Ooh, I love the hat.
Well, a lot of stuff is cooking, a lot of barbecue. Right now I'm hanging out with Steven. He's the chairman of the Barbecue Cook-Off Committee. And we know that some of those teams are already getting ready to enter, correct?
Yeah, our first turn-in's at 10:30 this morning for our chicken.
So tell me a little bit more. We're expecting teams from all over the world this year, right?
Yeah, we have 298 teams competing, and we actually have 2 from Mexico and 2 from Canada.
Now, as folks plan their weekend, what can they expect if they're planning to head out to this cook-off today?
We have over 100 vendors. We have a carnival with over 20 rides. There's going to be food for the public. We'll have some food trucks out here, and we're going to have music tonight with Midnight River Choir and Shane Smith and the Saints.
Now, Steven, have you had a chance to kind of preview some of the chicken that's cooking right now?
I've been running around, but I haven't. They don't really show you what's in there until it's time to turn it in.
Sounds good, Steven. Thank you so much. Max, we're going to be visiting some folks from Canada, and they're going to show us what their barbecue looks like, and most importantly, what their barbecue tastes like. So stay tuned.
All right, hopefully they can bring back some leftovers.
We'll see.
We know one of our directors, Robert Flowers, out there.
Good luck, Flowers.
Bright and early, and it's cold out there, Sarah Spivey.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, everyone out there is going to need a jacket to start the day, but in the afternoon, it's going to feel great outside. We're talking short sleeves weather this afternoon. So take a look outside right now. We've got beautiful clear skies, a few wispy cirrus clouds out there toward the west, but generally a nice clear start to the day. The clear start, though, has allowed for us to be cold this morning. In the overnight hours, if we have clear skies and calm winds, temperatures usually tumble, and they have done so this morning. It's 32 degrees with a wind chill of 26, because we do have a wind from the northwest at about 6 miles per hour. But elsewhere, it's even colder. You get to the higher elevations and temperatures are chilly, frigid even. 26 in Bulverde, 28 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 24 in Kerrville, 27 in Hondo, 23 in Bandera, and 28 in Rio Medina. A wider view here, it's 31 in Pleasanton, freezing in Del Rio, freezing in Carrizo Springs, and below freezing in Gonzales. But here's the thing, because we have tons of sunshine, temperatures are going to go up very quickly here today. We could see some cirrus clouds moving in from the west, as I mentioned earlier, but generally it's going to be a nice, comfortable day with plenty of sunshine. Afternoon highs should be in the mid-60s, 66 in Hondo, 66 in New Braunfels, 66 in Gonzales, right around 64 in San Antonio, low 60s up in the hill country, closer to 60 degrees in Rock Springs and in Kerrville. So how quickly will we warm up? Well, we're in the 30s right now, but even even at 10, we'll be at 50 degrees, close to 60 at noon. And then again, as I mentioned, 64 for the high. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hey, the sun is going to set tonight at 6:10 and it'll get pretty chilly quickly. So just anticipate taking a jacket out if you have Saturday night date plans or any plans this Saturday night. While it's quiet across the Central Plains at the moment, there is a big blizzard and nor'easter occurring across parts of New England and the Northeast. In fact, snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches an hour. Many areas could get up to 2 feet of snow and wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour. Busy across the Northeast, quiet across the Central Plains, but here's our next system currently in the Pacific, and it's going to be bringing us a chance for rain Monday morning. So although this weekend is going to be quiet, things are going to shake up in the week ahead in more ways than one. I'll tell you what I mean in just a bit. For now, that low will approach, but it won't get to us until Monday morning. So Sunday's going to be really nice, near 70 degrees in the afternoon, but then watch what happens. Early Monday morning, we'll see some showers and then even potential for a few rumbles of thunder, especially east of San Antonio. Now, the best chance for rain is along and east of 281. We could even have some moderate to heavy rain at times east of 281. And then most of that rain will be out of here by noon on Monday and will dry out and be comfortable Monday afternoon. So how much rain could we see? Well, the most amounts will occur east of east of 281, where we could see 1 to 2 inches of rain for areas like Lavaca County, close to maybe up to a quarter to half in San Antonio, with least amounts out to the west. Now, that's the first system to watch this week. Chance for rain on Monday, but then we anticipate a very strong cold front arriving Wednesday night. So highs are going to go from the 70s into the 30s. Thursday and Friday. And on top of that, I do want to caution you that there could be some morning light wintry mix on Thursday, and we could be below freezing for up to 24 hours Thursday and Friday. But this will not be as extreme as last year's winter storm. So there's no need to go to the H-E-B and buy all the toilet paper and panic buy in that way. Just continue to keep updated with us. Again, we do anticipate a cold snap after the middle of the week. So something to keep our eye on in addition to the morning showers Monday. Max and Sarah.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:15, 35 degrees now.
All right.
Hey.
So Cowboys?
Yes.
What's going on with the Cowboys?
There's a lot going on with the Cowboys. It was a big question this offseason about the coaching situation. Will Mike McCarthy return as the Cowboys head coach? Jerry Jones clear in the air, as you can see in the bottom of your screen with those letters. Jerry Jones clear in the air on the radio. So we're going to have a big update to this fluid situation.
All right, let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 685, Fireball 8, Daily 4, 225. 6, Fireball 7.
Your cash 5, 3, 8, 14, 24, 31. And then here we go. What was it, Sarah? Someone in California?
$421 million.
Woo. Congratulations. So here are the numbers. 3, 16, 25, 44, 55. Big number 13, Megaplier 3. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back, and go Spurs, go. Before tip-off last night, DeMar DeRozan, former Spur, sharing a hug with Pop on his 73rd birthday. Spurs hosting the Bulls, DeMar's first game back to San Antonio since his trade to Chicago. So take a look. DeMar, 17 points in the first half, but Keldon Johnson there getting big, and then here we go, defense to offense. All right, so this is a kind of a long sequence. DeJounte with the steal, and he gets it again. So 2 steals, 1 play, and then wait for it, dribble, looking like Dirk Nowitzki off the backboard. That is good to go. They were down 3 to the Bulls right at the end of the first half. So they started the second half, and it was a nail biter. Lonnie Walker the third, 4-3 for the fourth for 3. And here we go. Devin Vassell doing what he can. Floater to go, and they take a commanding lead, 124-117 late in the fourth. DeMar doing what he can. That's a 3, but he could only do so much because here we go. Nail in the coffin. DeJounte, hopeful all-star. Wait for it one more time. Splash. There we go. All right, DeJounte sealing the win for the Spurs, and they would go on to get the W here at home with the Fiesta colors, 131-122.
I feel like tonight was a night where we were just flowing. Everybody was contributing. We were making our shots. We were being aggressive on offense. We were trying to take advantage of our movement, of any mistake they were making on defense.
All right, it was all love, daps and hugs with DeMar DeRozan. The Spurs hitting the road now, playing the #1 seed in the West. Phoenix Suns tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
It is the offseason, but there's always something when it comes to the Cowboys. The Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, clearing the air yesterday when it comes to head coach Mike McCarthy as his head coach. It follows a report Thursday night that McCarthy was told he was returning to the Cowboys as the head coach this next season. Remember, this comes after Jones seemed to back away from committing to McCarthy after the Cowboys were beaten in the first round of the playoffs by the 49ers, who play tomorrow against the Rams. But during an appearance on a Dallas radio station, Jones wanted to make sure everything was clear.
The thing I want to clear up is that the idea of Mike being twisting in the wind just wasn't the case at all. We were sitting there trying to keep Dan Quinn and trying to maintain continuity on our coaching staff. But it was never an issue with me, with Mike being the head coach. You've never heard that from me.
All right, well, here we go. From one drama to another. Switching to some high school hoops. Great matchup, Sam Houston and Brack, District 27 5A. Hurricanes down 10 in the fourth quarter off the miss. We saw Harden get the rebound, the putback, cuts to the lead. The Eagles pull away. Zach DeSmith working under the basket, getting the shot to fall. Count it and one. Brack gets the W, 58-45. Both teams now tied at 8-3 in district. Headed to girls hoops, same district. Edison taking on Lanier. First quarter, Golden Bears. Wait for it. With the steal, that's defense into offense. Amber Gomez come up with the steal, go the distance with the layup. Tie it at 6, but the Vokes answer right back. Muniz getting the floater to fall. She had the team's first 8 points. What a run to start the game. Edison rallies to win it 45-40. I heard the little snicker when it came to the Cowboys.
You know why I love being a Cowboys fan?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always drama.
It's 12 months football.
Yeah,
there you go.
Always something.
8:22, 35 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
Like the historical and eclectic artist Frida, the menu at the restaurant is diverse. Out here at Frida Mexican Restaurant, there is an assorted plate of mini tacos, and they're like mini tacos, right? So you can try all of them and you won't be too full. Now there's a marlin, there's ribeye, al pastor, and there's also sarero. Now this right here, this is the al pastor. That's like my favorite kind of little mini taco you can get. It has a little bit of sauce on the side as well. And you have some papas there in the middle, a little bit of lime. You know what though? You got lime, you got to use it, okay? That's just the way it goes. So you get your lime right onto the top. That's a juicy lime. The texture on the outside has a nice little bit of, like a little char to it from the grill. But then you get that roasted pineapple on there as well. The acidity cuts through a lot of that fat, so you're getting a well-rounded bite. But then you have the tortilla, which is a great little mechanism for all this flavor. I mean, that's a home run.
How many slow-mo bites do you think David Elder has shot?
I don't know, but I've never been there. He makes it look great. I'm excited. The more tacos, the better.
Yeah, we love tacos.
All right, Frida, there you go. 8:27, 36 degrees out.
Well, there's still much more ahead on GMSA, including a trouble spot on the east side that could soon be gone. How city officials are planning on addressing the property that's become a nuisance to neighbors.
And police investigating another shooting overnight. This one on the east side, ending in Converse. What officers are telling us right now. We have the latest after the break. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. It is 8:30 this morning. January 29th. We are moving through January.
We
had the last couple of days off. Did you do anything? Did you enjoy the cold weather?
I'm gonna be honest. I was out sick.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Omicron.
Right, you got the
I got the Omicron, like a lot of people are doing. I'm very thankful. I got the booster shot. Barely had symptoms, and I'm back, and I'm better.
You're back.
And I'm Sarah. You know, not just because I was quarantining. The weather this last week has been like gray and cold. and I didn't want to go anywhere anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, yesterday really was the first day we saw complete sunshine in a while around San Antonio, and even though it's cold out there right now, today is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day for us. Let's take a look at those cold temperatures at the moment. It's well below freezing in Bulverde. It's 27, and we didn't dip below freezing at the airport. It's 32 right now, and earlier we were down to 29 degrees at the airport. 32 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 26 in Comfort, 26 in Bandera and in Kerrville. But looked out at Pleasanton. Pleasanton already above freezing. They were below freezing just a couple of about 10-15 minutes ago, and so things are improving, and the reason for that is we're seeing tons of sun, and so quickly today temperatures are going to warm up. In fact, already by 10 we'll be at 50 degrees. 58 at noon. It's going to be mostly sunny, nice all day. 64 for the high. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and it'll get chilly tonight with temperatures falling back into the 40s by 10. Well, there's quite a bit to talk about in the forecast. So coming up, we're going to talk about this very nice weekend for us, but we are expecting rain chances early Monday, and a strong cold front will arrive next week. That could bring a chance for some wintry precip. So we've got a lot to chat about in the forecast in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, police are following up on leads in an overnight shooting where a man was shot in the leg. The original shooting happened just before 3 this morning at the corner of South Olive and East Commerce Streets, but the man was able to get himself to an emergency room in Converse to get help. Officers found shell casings at the scene, and the victim was able to give them a description of the suspect. So far, no arrests have been made.
Investigators also working to figure out what exactly started a fire that damaged a West Side home late last night. Fortunately, no one home at the time of the flames. This is what we know right now. This happened around 11:30 last night. Firefighters getting a call for a fire at a home on Inez Avenue, just west of General McMullen, not too far from Memorial High School. The outside wall of the back of the home, that was in flames, and those flames made its way up to the attic, into the home. The firefighters able to put out the fire before it could really spread anywhere else or to neighboring homes. Damages, though, estimated to be around $30,000. Right now, the cause of the fire still unknown, but no injuries reported.
Well, top stories this morning. The city is taking another step to shut down a former bar on the city's east side that's become a problem to the area. City officials plan to hold a public hearing to discuss whether the property is a public nuisance. If it is, the building could be demolished at the owner's expense. Neighbors complained the property on Drexel and Hackberry became a gathering spot for trouble. We've told you about several shootings near that area. Records from the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission show property owners lost their liquor license back in February of 2020, and last month the city revoked the building's certificate of occupancy.
All right, big reminder for property owners. Monday is the last day to pay your 2021 property tax bill. And if you don't, you could be facing a penalty or you could be facing interest payments. So penalty and interest on delinquent bills begin at 7%. So you want to make sure you get that payment in. The Bexar County Tax Assessor's Office will have extended business hours on Monday at all of their locations, including curbside drop-offs, and there's even a drive-through option. You can also make payments online at bear.org/tax or by calling the number on your screen, that number 1-888-852-3572. The deadline does not apply to taxpayers on a payment plan. It's important to note that accounts with an active lawsuit from a prior year will be assessed an additional 15% attorney collection fee on the 2021 taxes if it is not paid by Monday. If you have any questions, because we know this can be a very confusing topic, you can call the tax office. That number on your screen right now, 210-335-2251.
In your morning headlines, an investigation is underway into that devastating bridge collapse in Pittsburgh. It happened just hours before President Joe Biden was set to visit the city to talk about infrastructure. ABC's Elwyn Lopez is in Pittsburgh with the latest.
This morning, investigators trying to find the cause of this dramatic bridge collapse in Pittsburgh.
We're looking for indications of where it began, signs of stress in the materials that comprise the bridge, signs of fracture, signs of deterioration.
Combing through what's left at the scene after Friday's collapse left 10 people injured, mostly first responders.
A lot of screaming and static on the phone stating the bridge fully gave out.
Rescuers up against icy conditions and snow as they rappelled more than 100 feet. Others forming a human chain to get people off this partially crushed bus left dangling along the edge.
I knew the bridge was collapsing. I could just feel it. The bus was bouncing and shaking.
The collapse took place before 7 a.m. Schools had been delayed for 2 hours due to weather, keeping traffic light early Friday morning on what officials call one of the city's vital arteries.
It would have been a lot worse.
This all taking place just hours before President Biden was set to land in Pittsburgh to tout his trillion-dollar infrastructure law, more than $1 billion of it allotted for Pennsylvania's bridges. The state is ranked second in the country for deteriorating bridges.
There are another 3,300 bridges here in Pennsylvania, some of which are just as old and just as decrepit condition as that bridge was.
The state's Department of Transportation labeling the bridge's overall condition as poor during an inspection 4 months ago.
I walked under it all the time and saw the rust and decay, and that's pretty typical in Pittsburgh.
And I spoke to a woman who said her little brother would have been on this bridge had it not been for that 2-hour school delay. Officials reiterating how this could have been so much worse. Elwin Lopez, ABC News, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Back here at home, there will be a citywide school fair happening today at the San Antonio Food Bank. It's an opportunity for families to learn about the different educational options out there for their children. It's part of National School Choice Week, which wraps up today. Parents and guardians can meet with their representatives from schools across the city and learn about the most beneficial options for their child's education. There will be reps from public, private, and charter schools, ranging from pre-K to 12th grade. There'll also be fun activities and snacks for the kids. The school fair will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the San Antonio Food Bank off Enrique Barrera Parkway near 151.
At schools across the country and across San Antonio, they're facing so many obstacles, mainly educating while overcoming all the challenges thrown in the way because of COVID. We see substitute teacher shortages, concerned families, and questions about testing. That's just to name a few of the obstacles. And it helps answer some of the questions that our local districts are facing and give us an inside look tomorrow on GMSA at 8 a.m. Southside ISD Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Rolando Ramirez, joining us live. We're going to be talking about a myriad of topics. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, you can submit them right now. Just head to the leading essay section of KSAT.com. Time now is 8:39, 37 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, a local teen using her money from her livestock sale to give back to an organization that helped her save her life.
Really an amazing story. All right. It's getting warmer out there. Already 37 degrees. Beautiful blue skies. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome back. So it is Saturday, but it is also in the 30s. There's always a reason to leave the house, especially if it includes delicious barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue, 36 degrees. The sun is out. Jonathan Cotto is live at the Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off. Jonathan, what's cooking?
Really? A lot of good stuff, Sarah. Let me tell you, it is cold out, but it's totally worth it. I wish y'all can really smell what it smells like out here. It smells delicious, but I'm going to introduce you to my friend Janice, who's visiting us from Canada. Good morning, Janice.
Good morning. Good morning. So nice to be here.
How are you braving these cold temperatures, and how's the weather in Canada compared to this morning?
Canada's colder, but I'm cold. I've got 5 layers on.
Now you're telling me you forgot your toque, right? Which is a beanie in Canada, correct?
That's right. I did not bring a toque, which I'm regretting a little bit, but I'm sure it's going to warm up. It's going to be a great day.
Well, let's talk about what we're here for, and it's the chicken. You're getting ready to for your submission, your chicken submission at 10:30. What is your chicken looking? How's your chicken looking like right now?
Chicken's looking good. It's seasoned. It's been trimmed, and it's looking really great. So I'm excited to put it on the smoker, and we're going to give it a go today.
Janice, how are you feeling about being part of this cook-off? Are you excited? Do you think you'll be a winner?
I'm loving being part of it. I am so happy to be here. It's such a great opportunity to cook in Texas. I really like being here, and so being part of International Village is just a really great opportunity for me.
Thank you so much, Janice. Well, there you have it. The chicken entry is starting off here at 10:30 in the morning. That chicken getting ready to go into the pit. We'll see how it comes out. Janice, best of luck. Max, Sarah, back to you.
Breakfast of champions.
Very jealous.
Very much. The best is he was like, I wish you guys could smell it. Yeah, us too, Jonathan.
We do. We wish. Although, shout out to our producer Joy for bringing us tacos.
Oh, it's true. I thought you were going to give a shout out to Canada.
Shout out to Canada.
Them too.
Okay.
You know, it's colder here than it is in some parts of Canada today.
Look at us.
But we're going to warm up into the 60s, which they're not going to in Canada this afternoon. All right, we did get the pollen count in this morning, and it's not too bad. Mountain Cedar is down from yesterday. It's now moderate at 170. Molds are present, but they are in low amounts out there. And look at this beautiful view outside at the airport. Totally blue skies, clear skies out there. It's just cold this morning. It's 32 degrees outside right now, but temperatures will start to warm up here very soon because of the abundant sunshine. But if you do happen to catch that wind chills are in the 20s this morning. It's 27 in Helotes, 31 at GMSA Randolph, 28 in Bulverde. Bernie Stage Airfield already above freezing. They were down to 28 this morning. They're now at 36. 29 in Kerrville, 26 in Comfort, 26 in Bandera, and 27 in Hondo. So just a smidge cold this morning across south central Texas. It's still freezing in Del Rio, but Pleasanton is just bumped up above freezing too at 39 degrees. We are not going to spend the whole day cold though, even though temperatures are about 15 degrees below where they were yesterday. And the reason why we're going to warm up is because we're going to have tons of sunshine today. Only a few wispy cirrus clouds out there possible. Otherwise, we're looking at high temperatures in the 60s, 64 in New Braunfels, 65 in Pleasanton, 62 in Hondo, 65 in Del Rio, closer to 60 degrees though up in the hill country for the afternoon high temperature. But because it's dry out there and skies are going to be clear, we're quickly going to cool down tonight too. Once the sun sets at 6:10, temperatures will fall into the 40s, and by the start of the morning tomorrow, we'll be back in the 30s for the morning lows tomorrow. Although I do think we could be above freezing around San Antonio, and even if we do see a freeze, it would be a light freeze at that. So how quickly will we warm up? Well, at noon we'll already be at 58, so more than a 30-degree jump just in a couple of hours, and then we'll be at 64 this afternoon for the high temperature. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour today, and a chilly evening. Now, while I've said it's quiet across the Central Plains, there's a big old storm going on across New England and the Northeast. In fact, blizzard conditions out there in many places along the Atlantic coast. We're seeing up to 2 to 4 inches of snowfall per hour. That's the rate there. So they're going to end up with about 2 feet of snow in spots and wind gusts of 60 miles per hour. Our next system is not going to be as strong as that system. In fact, this is actually going to bring us some much needed rain in some areas around San Antonio, but it's going to get to us on Monday. So before it arrives tomorrow, Sunday is going to be a nice day too. High temperature near 70 degrees. A really lovely weekend for us. But then that energy from that low is going to bring us a chance for rain, especially along and east of 281. And by lunch on Monday, we'll be seeing skies clear. So a better chance for rain east of 281 on Monday morning. We'll still be in the 70s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but then look how strong that cold front is that moves through Wednesday night into Thursday. It's going to drop our highs in the 30s, lows in the 20s. There is, as it stands, a chance for morning light wintry mix of freezing rain and sleet Thursday. We'll keep an eye on things, and we could be below freezing for up to 24 hours. So this is definitely going to be the coldest we'll be so far this season, but it is not going to be a repeat of last year's February winter storm. So just want to get that on your radar, but encourage you not to panic about the weather.
No freaking out.
Yeah, it's just going to be cold. Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:48, 38 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
When the one person said $13,000, my jaw literally dropped. St. Jude, they saved my life. So I owe them my life.
Well, a big heartfelt thank you from a Bernie teen and to her community to that hospital that saved her life.
Maddie Barber and her pigs raised more than $30,000 during the Kendall County Junior Livestock Show just a few weeks ago. And here's one of the best parts. The money goes to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
So Maddie placed second with her pigs, and as part of the premium sale, she decided her funds would be donated to St. Jude's. In 2017, she was diagnosed with a form of brain cancer. Spent 8 months at St. Jude's. She says they not only helped her, but her entire family.
So Maddie wants to thank her entire community by helping give back. And you can catch her again at the upcoming San Antonio Livestock Show next month. All right, big news. Don't forget, Monday, the final day to register to vote for the March primary election coming up. If you're unsure whether you're registered or not, we can help you find out. Head to KSAT.com. We have a link. You can check the status of your voter registration.
Also on our website, you can find everything you need to know about the primary election, including a look at what's on the ballot. Early voting begins on February 14th, and Election Day is March 1st.
All right, time now, 8:52, 37 degrees out.
If you haven't checked out the latest episode of KSAT Explained, it's available to stream right now. Coming up after the break, the show's editor explains why this topic was important to her and for the team to address.
Good morning and welcome back. A brand new episode of KSAT Explains. It is out. This episode all about esports right here in San Antonio.
It's pretty cool. Valerie Gomez is the show's video editor and graphic artist, and she's also a gamer. She steps into the breakdown booth to talk about why this was a topic she wanted the team to tackle.
The esports industry has experienced explosive growth over the past decade. And for the past couple of years, the pandemic has helped fuel this growth as more young people needed new ways to connect and compete.
I think with COVID and a shutdown in our community, there was this desire to find more virtual options.
So the YMCA of Greater San Antonio decided to launch an esports program. They quickly learned that starting an esports program presents unique challenges.
So from an online world, in a gaming world, that technology tends to be expensive at times, we're able to provide it a low-cost option.
They also needed to find someone who had the expertise to run the program. That led them to Chris Sines, who is already a part of the San Antonio esports community. He founded Texas Gaming Empire, an organization that hosts tournaments and provides educational opportunities for local gamers. YMCA's new program is starting small, but Sines already has big plans.
Well, we're starting off by including Austin, so we'll have some friendly San Antonio-Austin rivalries, and then we just help to develop and cultivate that culture across Texas.
Over the next 6 weeks, they'll be recruiting kids ages 12 to 17. The inaugural spring season is slated to begin the week of March 28th. They plan to run a variety of games, including Madden, Super Smash Bros., and Fortnite.
It's exciting to be able to work with new families that are into this type of experience, and I really think this program can really take off and provide a lot of opportunity for kids in San Antonio, and that's going to be exciting to see and watch develop.
Valerie Gomez, KSAT 12 News.
All right, so KSAT Explains Esports. It is available to watch right now any way you stream. And huge shout out to the whole KSAT Explains team. Valerie, they did an amazing job. They even got some of the shots of us playing video games.
Yeah, she's a gamer. She's actually really cool. One of the coolest people in our one of the coolest people in our newsroom.
Do you feel cool that you said low-key?
Yeah. And she organizes the monthly gaming here, which I've never played, but you did well. You got to like something. That's what makes sense.
Yeah, we made it into the show. Our producer's like, please end the show. Time now, 8:57, 38 degrees out.
We'll be back with another hour of GMSA.
All right, starting the 9 a.m. off with a live look at the Alamo City. A gorgeous start to your weekend. Here's the thing, though. It is a little cold out there, 40 degrees right now. What does the rest of the day, what does the rest of the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. It is 9 o'clock this Saturday, January 29th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We're lucky we got 40 because we started the day in the low 30s.
Yeah, it was like 33 this morning. Extra fuzzy layers this morning, or like the fuzzy blankets in the bed. You don't need just the sheet and the comforter, but you need the fuzzy blanket, but you won't need it later today.
Oh, no, not at all. And in fact, we actually started off at 29 degrees this morning, and we're already at 42 at the San Antonio International Airport. Temperatures are warming up because of the abundant sunshine out there. It is still below freezing, though, up in Kerrville, Fredericksburg, and Junction. The higher elevations getting the colder weather this morning. But as you can see, temperatures are quickly rising. It is going to be a gorgeous day today because of sunshine. We're going to warm up quickly. We'll already be at 58 by noon, and we'll top off in the mid-60s around San Antonio. Sun's going to set at 6:10, and it'll get chilly this evening with temperatures falling into the 40s. But here's the thing. All weekend long, it's going to be nice. Today, we'll get up into the mid-60s. Tomorrow, close to 70 degrees after a cold start. And while this weekend will be quiet, the week ahead is going to bring quite a bit of weather. We have a chance for rain, and we have a very strong cold front on the way, bringing us our coldest air of the season so far. So I'll have a look ahead, tell you what you need to know coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Happening right now at the grounds of the Freeman Coliseum and AT&T Center, packed with some of the best barbecue this side of Mississippi. maybe in Texas, and get this, even some crews from Canada.
Wow, and pitmasters are in the grilling area, and they're grilling things up at the annual San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Up. That's where we find our Jonathan Cotto. Jonathan, have you been able to taste anything yet?
All right, well, clearly having some technical issues with Jonathan's sound. We're going to check in with him throughout the morning.
But first, we're going to take a look if you or anyone you know needs to get your COVID-19 vaccines, booster shots, or a flu shot. Metro Health is holding a pop-up clinic later this morning. It'll be at the YMCA Olga Madrid Center on Castroville Road from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All 3 vaccines will be available for eligible children and adults. Children 5 years and older can receive the Pfizer vaccine, and children 12 and older can receive the Pfizer booster shot. For the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, you must be 18 or older.
All right, so if you want to find out about all the vaccine clinics or where you can get a COVID test done, take your phone out right now, pull the camera app up, scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you right to our website. We have a full list of all the area testing and vaccination stations. You can find the one nearest to you.
Topping your morning headlines, people from New York City to Maine are dealing with a powerful nor'easter that's kicking up blizzard conditions. Parts of 10 states are in the path of the storm. Airlines canceled more than 4,500 flights. Officials are telling people to stay off the roads. And the tensions between Ukraine and Russia, President Biden saying he'll be moving U.S. troops to the Eastern Europe and NATO countries in the near future as a congressional delegation visited the Ukraine's capital.
That's right. ABC's Stephanie Ramos is there on the ground with the latest details.
This morning, the world awaits Russia's next move. The Kremlin insists they will not start a war with Ukraine, but the U.S. says Russia is in a position to invade. The Kremlin trying to pressure NATO to guarantee that Ukraine will never join the alliance. Russia moving more than 100,000 troops to the Ukraine border with tanks, armored vehicles, and setting up field hospitals, indicating they could be preparing for combat casualties. Russia even positioning troops in nearby Belarus. However, Ukraine's president is doubling down on the threat Russia poses. President Zelensky with a message not to stir up panic as the U.S. goes on alert to support neighboring countries.
I'll be moving U.S. troops to Eastern Europe and the NATO countries in the near term.
A U.S. official telling ABC News no deployment orders have been given. Most military experts, though, say the force Russia massed on the border is not ready for a major invasion. But Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley warning of a horrific outcome if Russia does invade Ukraine.
Given the type of forces that are arrayed, if that was unleashed on Ukraine, it would be significant, very significant, and it would result in a significant amount of casualties.
The Pentagon saying it's ready to respond if necessary.
We placed thousands of U.S. troops on prepare to deploy orders earlier this week. If NATO activates its response forces, these troops will be ready to go.
And today, we got an inside look at a civil defense training class. About 200 women attending, learning personal defense tactics and survival tips in the event of an invasion.
For this situation, very important, mind and skills. Called mind and good skills. Skills like in these trainings.
Here in Kiev and across this country, there isn't a sense of panic just yet, but people are preparing for an invasion. One big takeaway from that course is that the key to survive a potential invasion or war is to have a plan. And the folks that we've spoken to here say that is what they're focused on. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Kiev, Ukraine.
The 2 Houston police officers injured in a shootout with a suspect on Thursday have been discharged from the hospital. The Houston Police Department have also identified the man accused of shooting at officers as 31-year-old Rolando Caballero. He is still in the hospital with a gunshot wound to the neck. He is being charged with 3 counts of attempted capital murder of a police officer and an aggravated robbery count. The shootout came at the end of a police chase.
All right, so it's a topic we talk about a lot. Wages across the country, well, they're on the rise in the United States. But here's the thing. Inflation is also on the rise. That's the bottom line from the new Bureau of Labor Statistics data. Now, compensation, get this, you're going to see prices up about 4% between the December of 2020 and 2021. That means that paychecks, on average, up 4%, but here's the downside. Inflation wipes out all of those gains, factoring in rising costs, paychecks actually taking almost a 2% hit. So there you go. We're definitely feeling it at the grocery stores, at the pumps.
Groceries so expensive.
I know. So there you go. Time now, 9:07, 42 degrees out.
Max, do you believe in UFOs?
Unidentified flying objects? I do think that they're out there.
All right, well, ahead on GMSA, could we be closer to answering the question, are we alone in the universe? We'll tell you about a new discovery that has the science community excited.
And speaking of science, we have some of the best scientists right here at KSAT in our weather department. Check that out. 42 degrees. It is getting warmer as the day goes on. So what are we expecting for this afternoon? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning, welcome back. So it's a story we've been covering throughout the morning. I am extremely jealous of Jonathan Cotto because right now he is on the grounds of the Freeman Coliseum at AT&T Center. He should be trying some of the best barbecue across the country. And I say across the country, but across North America because we have Canadian crews out there.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Sarah. That's right. We have Canada in the house. We have Mexico. This is the second largest sanctioned cook-off in the world. And I have to tell you, I'm not leaving this property until I sink my teeth into some of that chicken or brisket. I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. But let's check in with Mike Jones. Right now, he's on the grill. Mike and Steve, let's see what they're cooking. Let's see how that chicken's coming along. We know we have that chicken entry here coming up at 10:30. Mike, how's everything moving along?
We're getting ready to, Steve has already seasoned his. We have two entries because we have two spaces. So we're participating in chicken, ribs, and then the brisket. But the first entry is chicken at 10:30. So we're preparing to put this on the grill. Steve has done something a little different in his method for his entry, and I'm doing something that we've done for quite a few years. So with having two entries, we just kind of want to have two different shots of two different flavors to appeal to the judges.
Gotcha, Steve. Talk to me about that method. What does that look like? And more importantly, what does that taste like?
A little bit of sweet hot. It's kind of a secret little brine that we do, and set it in it overnight and let it go. And then when you get up in here and season it and put it on, it comes out nice and moist. That's always the hope.
Well, best of luck to you both. Now, before we go, I definitely would love to show our viewers a shot, I don't know if we can, of the briskets inside. They look extremely delicious. Folks, take a look at that right there. If you weren't hungry, you will be now. Now, how long has that been in there, Steve?
That one's been in there about 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours. And what's the cook time?
This one will probably go about 8. Yeah.
Gotcha, Max, Sarah, there you go. There you have it. That's a brisket right there that's been in there for 4.5 hours. We're going to continue to hang out. And like I said, I'm not leaving the cook-off until I sink my teeth into some delicious, delicious barbecue. Back to you, Max, Sarah.
All right, Jonathan
Once
Cotto.
brisket, he's going to have to wait.
Here's the thing. You bring the brisket, we'll go get tortillas.
There you go.
It's a trade-off.
I could smell it. They opened it. You just know that smell.
It's true. All right. Here's another story. A new discovery having the science community very excited.
I love stories like this. Okay, so astronomers in Australia have discovered a bright radio object in the Milky Way, giving off very powerful bursts of radio waves in consistent intervals. A PhD student working at the International Centre for Radio Astronomy Research in Western Australia found the object. Astronomers think this is a new type of space object, but haven't identified what it is yet.
All right, here's the thing. Scientists have ruled out potential alien life forms or interferences coming from the Earth as the source. There are other objects in space that give off radio transmissions like blinking stars, but they do it in a matter of seconds or even faster.
So in the case that this new object is transmitting a lot slower, every 18 minutes, which makes it unique and intriguing to astrophysicists, that the discovery was published this week in the journal Nature. Scientists are now expecting to find more of these objects. As one astronomer said, quote, "There's never just one of something in astronomy." Sarah Spivey, our local scientist.
Yes. It's fascinating.
It is. It's cool.
It's absolutely fascinating. Our star today, the sun, is going to make it feel a lot nicer than it did out there this morning because we're warming up as we speak. Temperatures are on the rise, and I'm all about that. I want a day like today. It's beautiful outside right now. Totally clear skies. One thing, though, it is still chilly. We're warming up from earlier this morning. We got down to 29 degrees at the airport, but now we're at 42, so pretty effective warming out there. We do have a bit of a wind chill, so winds are from the northeast at about 5 miles per hour, northwest at 5 miles per hour, so it feels like it's still in the 30s in many places. But, again, we are quickly warming up. It's 43 in New Braunfels, 41 at GMSA Randolph, 44 at Stinson, 42 in Pleasanton, still below freezing in Lotus, where it's 31 degrees, 31 in Comfort, and 32 in Kerrville. So there are still some spots that are at freezing. Elsewhere, we're seeing temperatures rise into the mid-40s, like in Devine, and off to the west, it's 42 in Del Rio. They got down to freezing earlier in Del Rio, 42 in Pleasanton, 46 in Beeville. All right, like I said, our star is going to be bringing us nice, comfortable weather today. A few cirrus clouds out there, entirely possible, but otherwise, it's going to be comfortable and in the 60s this afternoon. 66 for the high in Hondo, 66 in Pleasanton, 66 in New Braunfels, mid-60s in San Antonio, and closer to 60 degrees higher elevations in the hill country. So here's today's forecast. We'll already be at 50 degrees by 10, and at noon, 58. 64 for the high. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. One thing to keep in mind is that as soon as the sun sets at 6:10, we're going to quickly cool down, so bring the jacket if you have Saturday night plans. Quiet across the Central Plains, but there's a lot going on in the nation, especially on the northeast side of the nation and into New England. There is a big snowstorm occurring with snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches an hour, and up to 2 feet of snow could fall in those areas. In fact, winds could gust up to 60 to 70. Our next system, though, pretty mild. It's going to be bringing us a chance for rain Monday. It's currently off in the Pacific. So it will arrive on Monday morning, but that gives us tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be very nice. We're going to be near 70 degrees tomorrow afternoon. But as far as rain chances go, with that low moving into place, early Monday morning, scattered showers are likely around San Antonio, with the best chance for rain being east of 281. This is east of 281 is where we could actually have a few rumbles of thunder, but we're not anticipating any kind of severe weather. And all the rain should be out of San Antonio by lunch. How much rain could we see? Well, again, areas east of 281 are going to have the best chance for rain and the chance for good soaking rains too. 1 to 2 inches of rain possible across the coastal communities. But around San Antonio, we're going to be hoping for 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain, with even less rainfall possible out toward Del Rio, Uvalde, Eagle Pass, Carrizo Springs, the areas that are deep in drought. That's our first system of the week. Our next system of the week, Wednesday night into Thursday, is going to be a very strong, very potent cold front, dropping our highs from the 70s into the 30s. And on top of that, I just want to go ahead and put it on your radar that we're going to be monitoring for the possibility for a light wintry mix on Thursday. Thinking bridges and overpasses, but those kinds of things. Too early for specifics on that. But one thing to keep in mind is that we could be below freezing for up to 24 hours because it's going to stay cold Thursday and Friday, the coldest air we've seen so far this season. But, and this is the important part, not like last year's ice event and snowfall event across the entire state of Texas. So no need to panic buy at the HEB. Just make sure to continue to check in with the forecast, and we'll be able to refine that chance for a wintry mix for Thursday.
Now we'll enjoy those warmer temps later
Absolutely.
today. Thank you, Sarah.
Time now, 9:18, 42 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, we'll tell you why a popular Northwest Side dance hall is coming down.
But first, a quick look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 6, 8, 5, Fireball 8, Daily 4, 2, 2, 5, 6, Fireball 7.
Cash 5, 3, 8, 14, 24, 31. Here's the Mega Millions, 421 million that someone won out of California. 3, 16, 25, 44, 55. Mega Ball 13, Mega Plier 3.
Good morning and welcome back. A story we've been following closely all week. The cycling community here in San Antonio outraged by the Texas Transportation Commission's decision to stop plans that would have added protected bike lanes to Broadway Avenue. Cycling advocates, well, they tried to convince the commission in Austin, but it was not enough. The commission reversed the plan, We have this and what actually prompted the decision to do so right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
Well, Leon Springs Landmark is no more.
So the Leon Springs Dance Hall has been demolished. Demolition crews made short work of the once popular destination at I-10 West and Bernie Stage Road. The Wash Tub owns the property now and says that the building had to come down due to safety concerns and the building's age. The Red Barn style building had become an icon. It was popular in the 90s, early 2000s. After it closed, it was reopened by a catering company for special events, but closed for good in 2017. A Wash Tub spokesperson says there are no plans to develop anything on the property as of now.
It's 9:23 and 44 degrees.
All right, a lot coming up here on GMSA. You have a sweet tooth.
Yes.
Boom. That looks like Breakfast of Champions. You're in luck. David Elder, he's going to give us a big preview right after the break. All right, you got a sweet tooth and you haven't had breakfast yet? Don't worry, a local shop serving up a classic cookie, but in a creative way.
In Texas Eats Day, David Elder is showing us how one ice cream snack shop makes a wild Oreo dessert. Take a look.
Cookies and cream ice cream gets added to a blender with ice cold milk. Then, a glass gets rimmed with vanilla cake icing and crushed up Oreos. The shake gets poured into the glass and gets topped with an ice cream sandwich, a scoop of cookies and cream ice cream, whipped cream, Oreo cookies, crushed Oreo cookies, and chocolate syrup. This right here is the Oreo overload. It's cookies and cream milkshake. You got Oreos on top. You have a cookie sandwich ice cream bar in the inside of this thing. Here you go. Take a little bite off the top. Try some of the shake. If you love Oreos, this is like an Oreo dream.
You in?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said, oh. My mouth was like mid-oh.
Time now, 9:27, 44 degrees out.
All right, still ahead on GMSA, the latest on an overnight shooting near the Pearl Brewery that left one man injured.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 9:31 this Saturday, January 29th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So just had the last couple of days off. What'd you end up doing?
Well, I was getting over COVID. Minor symptoms. I was boosted, stayed at home. And honestly, like, I didn't want to go outside. Not because I just couldn't, but the weather, only yesterday though. The sun did come out for a little bit yesterday. And then today, Sarah, we should have similar sunny weathers.
Yeah, it's sunny outside right now.
Sure.
Sunny weathers.
Sunny weathers.
It's a technical term, I guess. But I did want to show you the pollen count right now because mountain cedar is still an issue. It is down from yesterday and it's moderate now. It was high yesterday, but molds are present too and low. So not a horrible pollen count, but not a pretty looking pollen count either. Temperatures, on the other hand, have been rising. It is still chilly out there this morning. Up in the hill country, it's still in the 30s, but around San Antonio, 42 degrees at the airport, 43 Port SA, 41 at GMSA Randolph. Chilly right now, but it was even colder earlier. We were down to 29 degrees at the airport. So because of that sunshine, we've been able to warm up already, and we're going to continue to do so today. We'll already be near 60 degrees at noon, and in the afternoon today 64 degrees for the high temperature. And temperatures will fall tonight, though, very quickly after sunset. We'll be back into the 40s by 10 p.m. So what's up with the weather? What are we going to talk about? This entire weekend is going to be very nice. You know, we're going to have tons of sunshine all weekend long, gorgeous outside. But rain chances do come into the picture early Monday, and this is some much needed rain. So we'll talk about which areas have the best chance for rain, how much rain we could see. And then next up, a strong cold front is expected in the middle of next week. This could bring us the strongest cold air of the season, and so we want to talk about that, how cold it's going to get and whether or not there's going to be any kind of precipitation with this front. Sarah and Max.
All right, so Bobby, thank you so much. So here in South Texas, and honestly a lot of Texas, Breakfast of Champions is barbecue, and that is especially true this morning.
I love barbecue. Can't get enough of it.
Who doesn't?
Especially on the grounds, the AT&T Center and Freeman Coliseum, as they host the annual San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Cook-Off. Jonathan Cotto is live this morning. Jonathan, any updates? Have you been able to sample anything yet?
I am on standby. I'm on standby, and trust me, like I said, I'm not leaving these grounds until I sink my teeth into some chicken. But I want you to take a quick look at what's taking place here right behind us. This pig is about to go into the fire pit right here. You're taking a look at what Flowers. Flowers is one of my colleagues here at KSAT, hard at work this morning. And that is going into the pit as we speak. But Stephen, this is an event that has a bigger purpose than what we're witnessing right now. It's more than just good food.
Yes, sir. No, we're part of the Stock Show and Rodeo, so every dollar we make out here is going to go to the scholarship fund. It's going to help fund youth in Texas, and that's what we're here for. We have a lot of teams that participate in it, like Whack-'em and Stack-'em here. These guys have been with us all 25 years, and they do a lot to help raise extra money for kids that we can just give directly to them.
Definitely a good cause. And now, James, you're here with Whack-'em and Stack-'em. Now, what's your participation here today?
So this morning, starting at 10 o'clock, right in front of our tent here at Whack-'em and Stack-'em, it's number 711. So if you're out here, come out. We're going to be giving away Khil Boss's sausage wraps. We got over 2,700 of them for a donation to Cash for Kids, which is the scholarship fund that we're talking about.
Some really good work here taking place behind the scenes, and also a lot of good food. What can we expect right here out of this pit? We have that pork that just went in there. How long does that take to cook? Do we have that information?
How long does it take to cut? It's taken hours and hours to prep. Now, once we get it out, it's probably going to be pretty quick. It'll fall off the bone. It'll be good.
Flowers, how's it going up there, man? It's going. Well, Max and Sarah, we're going to keep on hanging out here. And like I said, I'm not leaving. I'm going to make sure Flowers feeds me a plate or something, because it smells delicious out here. It's just phenomenal. It's been a treat so far. Tossing it back to you, Max, Sarah.
All right, Jonathan Gota, thank you so much. I was just texting Flowers saying he looked great.
Yeah, he's one of our directors here.
All right, new this morning, police investigating a shooting that ended with one man in the hospital. Officers finding that man on North Alamo Street around 3 this morning, but believe the actual shooting took place nearby on West Carson. Now, this is in the area near Broadway, across from the Pearl. The victim telling police he was talking with the woman inside the truck. That's when a black vehicle pulled up next to them and started shooting. They tried to drive away, didn't get very far before they called for help. Police now investigating the shooting, trying to determine who exactly pulled the trigger.
And police are following up on the leads in an overnight shooting where a man was shot in the leg. The original shooting happened just before 3 this morning at the corner of South Olive and East Commerce Streets, but the man was able to get himself to an emergency room in Converse to get help. Officers found shell casings at the scene, and the victim was able to give them a description of the suspect. So far, no arrests have been made. Investigators are working to figure out what started a fire that damaged a West Side home late last night. Fortunately, no one was home at that time. Around 11:30 last night, firefighters got the call for a fire at a home on Inez Avenue. That's west of General McMullen, not too far from Memorial High School. The outside wall of the back of the home was on fire and made its way up to the attic and into the home, but firefighters were able to put it out before it could spread any further. Damages are estimated to be around $30,000. The cause for what started the fire is unknown, and no one was injured.
Now to the latest on the pandemic and our local numbers here in the community. Metro Health reporting that hospitalizations are down. As of last night, just over 1,200 patients in our local hospitals, 282 in the ICU, 127 of them are on ventilators. Officials also confirming 15 more people locally have died because of COVID.
Back here at home, there will be a citywide school fair happening today at the San Antonio Food Bank. It's an opportunity for families to learn about the different educational options out there for their children. It's part of National School Choice Week, which wraps up today. Parents and guardians can meet the representatives from schools across the city and learn about the most beneficial options for their child's education. There'll be reps from public, private, charter schools ranging from pre-K to 12th grade. There will also be fun activities and snacks for the kids. The school fair will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the San Antonio Food Bank. That's off Enrique Barrera Parkway near 151.
And a reminder, Monday is the final day to register to vote in the March primary election coming up. If you aren't sure whether you registered or not, we can help you find out. Just head to KSAT.com. We actually have a specific link that you can click that helps you check your status.
Also on our website, you can find everything you need to know about the primary election, including a look at what's on the ballot. Early voting begins on February 14th, and Election Day is on March 1st.
All right, schools across the country and across San Antonio, they're facing so many obstacles, mainly educating while overcoming all the challenges thrown in the way by COVID. Now, we see substitute teacher shortages, concerned families, and a lot of questions about testing. And that's just a few of the obstacles our local schools are now seeing. To help answer some of the daunting questions and give us an inside look at a local district, tomorrow on GMSA at 8 a.m., Southside ISD Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Orlando Ramirez, joining us live. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, you can submit them right now. Just head to the leading essay section of KSAT.com. Time now, 9:38, 46 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, San Antonio, some athletes representing in the NFL.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So it is the NFL scouting combine, and a few athletes right here from UTSA, they got the invite.
And go Cowboys, or more drama with the Cowboys, should I say.
Never a dull moment when it comes to Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. We're going to have the latest on the situation between this guy, Mike McCarthy, and Jerry Jones.
I love that. Jerry has spoken. I have spoken. 46 degrees at 9:39 this morning, shaping up to be a beautiful Saturday. Sarah Spivey has our full forecast when we come back.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, so the Cowboys knocked out of the playoffs, but it is never a dull moment when we're talking about Jerry Jones and this guy, Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones deciding to clear the air when it comes to Mike McCarthy, especially as his position as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones' clarification comes after a report on Thursday night where McCarthy was told he is officially returning to the Cowboys as their head coach in 2022, after it seemed that Jerry kind of backed away from committing to McCarthy. Remember all this in the aftermath of that devastating Cowboys loss in the first round of the playoffs. They lost to the Niners, who are playing the Rams tomorrow, NFC Championship. Penalties that had plagued the team all season long. It came back to bite the Cowboys. 14 penalties, 89 yards during the playoff game. But during an appearance on a Dallas radio station, Jerry Jones wanted to clear the air. All right, here we go. San Antonio, stand up, because we're going to be well represented in the 2022 NFL Scouting Combine. At least 4 San Antonio area football players getting the illustrious invite to participate. So they are Judson products, Sincere McCormick, and DeMarvin Leal. Steele alumnus, JT Woods. Wadner grad, here we go, Spencer Burford. So the NFL Scouting Combine held March 1st to the 7th, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. 2022 NFL Draft scheduled for April 28th to the 30th in Vegas. Shouts to DeMarvin Leal, too, because, you know, he's an A&M guy.
Represent.
Sarah Spivey.
Max is going to be there, too, competing.
I hope so. I tell Justin Horn all the time, we actually played football the other day. I was like, I'm ready for the combine.
You're ready, Max.
Yeah, we'll have a KSAT combine.
Sure.
So, hey, I wanted to say that because we're dealing with abundant sunshine, temperatures have warmed up nicely already this morning. Now, it's still chilly out there, but take a look at the satellite and temperatures. This is a look at the satellite. As you can see, there's hardly a cloud in the sky. There are a few cirrus clouds there out to the west, but we're already at 50 degrees at Bernie Stage Airfield. Started off in the 20s up there, in the 50s already. We started off in the 20s here in San Antonio, and as you can see, we're at 42 degrees. It's still in the 30s in Kerrville, but only temporarily. Same story out in Hondo. 44 at Stinson, 48 in Pleasanton. And a wider view here, you can really see those cirrus clouds I was mentioning coming in from the west. So it is entirely possible to have some of those wispy cirrus clouds, but otherwise, all sun today, all sun. It's 44 in Cotulla and 50 already in Rock Springs, and it's 43 in Gonzales. So all sun today, as I mentioned. That'll allow temperatures to rise into the mid-60s around San Antonio, 65 in Pleasanton, 64 for the high in New Braunfels, 64 here in San Antonio. Closer to 60 degrees, though, up in the hill country. So Rock Springs, Kerrville, you're going to be closer to 60 this afternoon, a little bit cooler than the rest of us. And then a lot like this morning, with clear skies and calm wind conditions, temperatures are going to be able to tumble tonight. By the start of the morning tomorrow, we'll be back in the 30s. Even if we dip to freezing, I think we're really only going to deal with a light freeze, but right now we're forecasting 34 for the low in San Antonio tomorrow. All in all, a beautiful Saturday for us with west-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll already be near 60 at noon, 64 for the afternoon high temperature. And then, as I just mentioned, once the sun sets, it's going to get chilly. Bring the jacket to your Saturday night date, or just if you're heading out and about, make sure to bring that jacket with you. All right, on the satellite and radar, quite across the Central Plains. But you may have heard, if you've been watching the national news, that there is a big snowstorm across the Northeast and New England. In fact, snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches an hour with up to 2 feet of snow possible from this system. You can really see the heavy band of snow right there near Boston. They could get wind gusts of 60 miles per hour, too, from that nor'easter. And although we're going to have a quiet weekend here in San Antonio, this upper level low, which is currently over the Pacific, is going to bring us a bit of a change early on Monday morning, when we'll have a chance for some much needed rain. But again, that's not going to arrive until Monday. So tomorrow, Sunday, is going to be great. After that cold start, we'll top off near 70. And then rain showers should begin around San Antonio early Monday morning, with a better chance for rain along and east of 281. You can see in this particular model that it does bring some heavier rainfall east of 281. While we could hear a rumble of thunder, we're not concerned about severe weather with this system. And most of the rain will clear out by lunch, and we'll be looking at a quiet rest of Monday. Most of the rain should fall east of 281, up to 2 inches of rain possible on the coastal plains. But around San Antonio, we'll be lucky if we see 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. And then our strong cold front is expected to arrive Wednesday into Thursday. Highs will drop from the 70s to the 30s, with mornings in the 20s, wind chills in the teens. While this will not be like February of 2021, when the whole state was experiencing very cold, icy, and snowy weather, we do have a small potential for some light wintry mix on Thursday. It is far too early to get into the exact specifics, but what I do want you to know is that we could be below freezing for up to 24 hours, so you'll need to protect those plants, pipes, and people. And again, this is not going to be like last year's event, so no need to rush to the HEB.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 9:48, 49 degrees out.
This had a feel-good story that's sure to put a smile on your face. You don't want to miss how a livestock show brought a nearby community together. Well, a livestock show in Gillespie County has brought one community together in a really big way.
Jonathan Cotto is showing us how they rallied together for an auction that was full of surprises. It's all part of our KSAT Kids series.
Hey, Charlie, we're going to kind of break the rules how we do this.
Why?
Well, cancer broke the rules in our community and they messed with one of our kids.
That kid is 8-year-old Anders Eckert, who is battling cancer. The community's response at the Gillespie County Youth Livestock Show earlier this month left Anders' mom, Melissa Eckert, speechless.
It was unbelievable. First of all, we didn't know any of this would be happening, obviously. And when they moved her to the end of the sale list, we were kind of suspicious. And then all of her friends and family and teammates got up on stage with posters, and we immediately started sobbing.
Anders was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
And in May of 2021, she was diagnosed, and I hear she is kicking its butt.
Eckert says the woman on stage is a longtime friend.
And the lady that was talking, I grew up with and have always looked up to. So her getting up there and saying something and acknowledging this tough time just was monumental to us.
As the excitement at the livestock show grew, the bids came in fast.
50,000 to 55,000, 55,000 to 60,000.
The total reached over $75,000.
75.5. I'd have never thought of that.
Hey, Charlie, I got an idea here.
What's that?
We got 75.5 right now.
Right.
That's right. Anybody in this room, you want to add on to that, you just raise your card, give me your number, and tell me how much.
The sale even took on additional bidders.
Everybody was just so willing to give. And so they had that number. And then people that hadn't heard about the giving were able to add on to it. And so it just warmed our heart completely. We couldn't stop sobbing.
Eckert says Anders is just finishing the toughest part in her treatment, as doctors hit the cancer hard in hopes of achieving remission within the first month of therapy. She adds it hasn't been an easy journey. Eckert and her husband are also caring for 2 other children.
It's hard. We also have twin boys, Jack and James, that are 6 years old. We wanted to make sure that their life was, as normal as possible. I think that's the hardest part, that they don't understand why Sissy is sick and why they can't see anybody. But to relay that message to an 8-year-old and 2 6-year-old is very difficult.
The livestock show ending with a total of $100,000 raised. Though the funds will provide a tremendous relief, Eckhart says she truly appreciates the community's ongoing prayers.
With our community behind us, there's nothing we can't do. And it's just made this experience much, not easier, but a little more bearable because we have that strong support system.
Now, Melissa says she's thankful to everyone who gave, including those she doesn't know personally. She tells us Anders is going through what doctors call maintenance, which should make life a lot more normal for Anders, less doctor's visits and at-home oral therapies. She says there is power in a community that bands together. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
That is amazing, seeing the community come together, raise $100,000.
You keep fighting, Anders.
There you go. 9:55, 49 degrees out.
Well, tomorrow on GMSA, you may have heard about Microsoft's massive purchase to acquire Activision Blizzard for almost $70 billion. Now gamers are wondering what the move means for their favorite games. That's tomorrow on GMSA.
Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto, and we're hanging out here at the San Antonio Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off. It's one of the second largest sanctioned cook-offs in the entire world. We have teams from Canada, from Mexico, and exactly 298 teams who will be participating in the cook-off this morning. All proceeds will be going to the San Antonio Rodeo and Stock Show Scholarship Fund. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
And as you can see, the pollen count doesn't look so pretty today, but it is an improvement from yesterday. Mountain cedar still in the air, and it's moderate at 170. Molds are low at 110. Hey, we are already in the 50s, in the mid 50s. Quite the warm up by more than 20 degrees so far this morning. It's 55 in San Antonio. Elsewhere, temperatures are starting to get into the 50s. Today is going to call for a nice day, a high temperature in the mid 60s. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once the sun sets, though, it's going to get chilly. Temperatures are going to fall into the 40s by 10 p.m. Now, a couple things to talk about. Firstly, Monday morning, scattered showers are likely, especially along and east of 281. We'll be warming back up into the 70s, but a very strong cold front is going to move through Wednesday night into Thursday. Our mornings will be in the 20s. We could be below freezing for more than 24 hours, and we'll be monitoring for a light wintry mix Thursday, but again, not like last year's February winter storm.
Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
Hey, Elder Eats is next.